Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is our Back to School Night 2020-2021 school year. I am Mrs. Kuhn. I'm a supplemental emotional support teacher here at Mechanicsburg Middle School, and this Back to School Night is for those parents who have students in social skills class. So for those of you who don't know me, just a little bit about myself. This is my 13th and a half year teaching. I have teaching experience with students from K to 12 in all areas of special education. I've taught in multiple school districts for the CAIU and for a local VOTEC. My family and I live here in Mechanicsburg. I have a daughter, Madison, who's in 3rd grade at Shepherdstown, and my son, Joel, is in kindergarten at the Kindergarten Academy, and my husband is a design engineer for a local firm. Some of my favorite things that I enjoy doing are spending time with my family and friends, watching my kids at their sporting events. They're heavily involved in sports. We love to go to the beach. It's my happy place. We are able to make it down, even with COVID this year, to North Carolina. We also are a big family of hunters, so my husband and I hunt with my family, and we are die-hard Pittsburgh fans, so we often attend Steelers, Penguins, and Pirates games throughout the year. Here at Mechanicsburg, besides social skills, I am also teaching 6th grade ES and TES English, along with 7th and 8th grade ES and TES English. I have 2 sections of social skills for the building here this year, and I'm also teaching a virtual social skills class for our Keola students. Along with that, I have structured study halls built into my schedule. So this is just some broad topics that we're going to be discussing in social skills this year, and it's definitely not limited to what is listed up here, but these are things that we touch upon, and then I look at the class needs and we branch out from there. So we'll be looking at, and we've already started talking about basic communication skills. We'll be talking about empathy and rapport, interpersonal skills and what they look like with active listening, teamwork, responsibility, leadership, caring, and motivation. We'll be talking about problem solving and how we work in those groups and how we get through those frustrational tasks that are given to us. Talking a lot about accountability. Now we're in middle school, so we step it up a little bit. We like our students to be a little bit more accountable for themselves and their work. And then, of course, our executive functioning skills, where we'll be talking about flexible thinking, working memory, self-monitoring, planning, prioritizing, task initiation, organization, impulse control, and emotional control. So in-class expectations, these aren't unfamiliar to your students. These are a lot of the same expectations that we have across the board here at Mechanicsburg. So we want our students to come to class prepared with all of their materials. In social skills class, I do provide them with a binder that is kept in the classroom for them. It actually does not leave, and we keep all of our things in our binder. We also want to make sure that they've got a pencil, that they are bringing their Chromebook and it's charged, and have a positive attitude. Be ready to actively participate in class. Social skills, it's not a lot of me sitting there and teaching. I'm giving some core instruction, and then we're practicing those things, and we're discussing those things together in groups, as classes, and in partners. We're working really hard on making sure that we're staying on task when we're in those conversations. Making sure that our students complete all their work on time. I'm taking time at the end of every period to make sure that any homework or remote work is written in their agendas with due dates, and that they're turning work into me on time. I also strongly encourage my students to communicate with myself and any other staff members that are in the room, especially when they're struggling with a task or an assignment of a project, instead of just giving up or working on those communication skills. Remote day expectations. So this is something very new to all of us this year, and we have been modeling and reminding and reviewing this with our students on a daily basis. So when they are home, we want to make sure that they're checking their Gmail and their Google Classrooms on a daily basis. Now, I tell my social skills students that they cannot rely on the due date section of Google Classroom. There's a little box when you open a Google Classroom that says assignments due or coming soon. I do not put due dates there. My due dates are in the assignment, which you will find under the classwork tab. I do that because I have students coming on A day and on B day, and it only allows us to put one due date, and I often have multiple due dates. So every time we go over an assignment, I show them where it is in Google Classroom. We discuss the assignment, and it specifically says what students are turning things in on what day, so that they are very well aware. If a student is struggling or is unsure about an assignment, my two instructional assistants, Mrs. Schaefer and Miss Wolfer, have Zooms on Wednesdays or when everybody is home remote. And that is, Mrs. Wolfer has one in the morning and Mrs. Schaefer has one in the afternoon. And the students can have access to those to jump on if they need some help. Currently, right now, Zooms with myself are by appointment only, so your student can reach out to me, and if I'm able to, I will Zoom with them. What I do remind them is to please always email us when they have questions. I may not be able to get on in Zoom during their remote day because I'm teaching, but Mrs. Schaefer and Miss Wolfer are available. And to make sure that we are completing and turning in assignments and making sure that we're turning them in on time and that our assignments, again, are written down in the agenda, which is prompted, and I'm trying to also check them and sign off on them on a daily basis. This should be, the screen should be familiar to everyone. It was sent out with Mr. Yawn's Sapphire announcement, but just to review, attendance is being taken for students on their remote days. So if they are getting on, they're engaging in the class that they're supposed to be working on, and they're working on the assignment, they are going to be counted present. If they did not get on, if they did not complete the assignment, and they did not reach out to a staff member for help when there's no evidence of any type of engagement or completion, then they will be marked absent for that class. We are going over this daily with our students. It is something new, but we're trying to reinforce that these remote days home, they are expected to get on and complete work. It is not like the spring where they were given something at the beginning of the week and had all week to do it. There are now due dates. They're expected to get on just like they would be in school for the day. I strongly encourage open communication with all of my students' parents, so please do not hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. Below is my school email. I also have an MASD student one for our Gmail that's linked with our Google Classrooms, and the school phone is there as well. I do respond fastest if you email me because it's a little bit difficult to take phone calls throughout the day. I think we're going to have a great year. The kids are doing a great job. I'm very excited to be back in the classroom and to actually see them. We're going to be working really hard on our social skills this year and how we can improve them, not only face-to-face, but how we can improve them in our virtual world that we are in now too. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a fabulous evening.